Storm Team forecast.
Welcome back at 6:18. Here's the picture up at Lake of the Ozarks. The temperatures are really nice across the Ozarks today. Seasonal for this time of the year, so mid-80s. We're still in the mid-80s here in Springfield. We have mostly sunny skies. I want to point out, though, the sky up at Lake of the Ozarks. Notice the tower cam. It's a bit hazy out the door. Actually, really interesting. It's not cloud cover in the Ozarks that's making all that haze in the sky that you may see out on the horizon. Notice satellite and radar. We don't see much cloud cover at all in the Ozarks when we take a look at the satellite and radar picture. However, when you look at visible satellite, that's actually a picture that's taken from space of our part of the country. You can start to see these little white, kind of a little bit of light gray showing up on the radar near Chanute in southeast Kansas, even in Oklahoma, really in the northern portion of our viewing area. And if you look at the wider view here, notice how that extends all the way up to Canada. This is actually smoke from the wildfires up in Canada, all streaming south, and it's going to be moving into the Ozarks throughout the evening, already in northern Missouri, heading south. So if you're in our northern counties, you will likely see the smoke later on this evening. Should make for a beautiful sunset across the Ozarks. So take a picture, send it in to us. I'll be sharing some on the 9 and 10 p.m. news later on tonight. And you can see that plume here really developing and heading to the south. So northern counties are going to get the best of the colors, but I think we'll still be able to see some of that here in Springfield, maybe even as far south as Arkansas as soon as we get closer to sunset. Temperatures right now still in the mid-80s across the Ozarks, 82 in Camdenton, 84 in West Plains, and 85 over in Joplin. Beautiful day, and it's going to get a little bit worse tomorrow afternoon. The heat turns up a notch. We also increase the dew point, and that's going to make it feel a little bit warmer. Want to show you Futurecast because the rain threat is also there starting tomorrow, but more so on Wednesday, and that threat's going to stick around for much of the work week. Here's Futurecast. Notice that we do stay dry for the rest of this evening and overnight tonight. But as soon as we get into Tuesday, more cloud covers in the forecast, more moisture will be available. I think there's about a 10% chance for rain on Tuesday. The much better chances arrive on Wednesday, and they continue all the way through Sunday of this holiday weekend. Seems like every year we get some sort of rain chance right around 4th of July. That's pretty typical for our part of the country. These are just isolated chances, mostly the best chances for rain this week. Well, here's the breakdown. Only a small chance on Tuesday, much better chances by Wednesday and Thursday. Those look like we'll have scattered showers, isolated chances still in the forecast by Friday and Saturday all the way through Sunday, and we will continue to watch for more scattered activity. But if you're making plans for the 4th of July, here's my best advice. Right now, have a backup plan. It does appear that there could be some isolated storms in the forecast, so watch the forecast closely. That being said, it's only about a 30% chance, so it's not going to be a washout everywhere, not an all-day rain by any means, but keep a close eye on the weekend forecast as we fine-tune it and get the timing down a little bit better. 66 tonight in Springfield, 67 in Harrison. Tomorrow, we're in the 90s, 90 in Springfield and in Harrison. Hottest day of the week, tomorrow. We start to see the temperatures back off a bit as soon as we get to Wednesday, but there's that isolated storm chance that lasts all the way through Sunday, and the heat is on again early next week.
It is summer after all.
Yeah.
Thanks, Abby.